everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mrs. Smith 88. So today I have another new release to review with you guys, and that is the Perfume from Kate Spade. This is the Kate Spade New York Sparkle fragrance. I personally purchased mine at Ulta, or I should say my husband purchased it for me. This was my Valentine's Day present from him. I am an avid perfume collector, perfume junkie, and I figured since I did not see a lot of YouTube reviews on this fragrance, I would go ahead and seize the moment to speak about this fragrance. So this fragrance was a blind purchase for me. I never smelled it. I happened to see it pop up as a new fragrance on the Ulta website. They were running a 3 times the point event, so I went ahead and grabbed it up, and here I am to give you guys a review. So we're going to go ahead and start by talking about the packaging of the item, as well as I do have the last fragrance that came out from Kate Spade to compare it to, as well as another fragrance. So there will be some comparisons in the video. That way I can hopefully successfully guide you in whether this is a fragrance that's going to be for you or not. So looking at the outside packaging here, super pretty traditional Kate Spade packaging. You have the spades that are in almost like a clover-like pattern. It goes from white and fades into an ombre blue. I did go ahead and purchase the largest size, which is the 60 ml 2 fluid ounce. This is an Eau de Parfum Intense. The actual bottle itself is rounded and oblong, and it fades from a clear into a navy blue. The actual cap, I'm going to go ahead and pull it off, is gold tone with navy accents, and it does have the Kate Spade around the top. Now I will say that this cap is exclusive only to the large size. If you purchase anything smaller than the 2 fluid ounces, it will not have the gold detailing on it. Personally, I was a fan of the gold detailing, so I'm like, I'll just go ahead and go all in on this fragrance. And after all, it was my husband buying it for me. This was a relatively affordable fragrance. I want to say that the 2 fluid ounce was $68. I could be wrong on that. The smaller size might have been $68, but it was right between $68 and $78. I definitely know that it was below $80. I do apologize that I do not have the proper price point for you guys. So getting into this fragrance, I'm going to go ahead and reference Fragrantica for the main accords of this fragrance. So it is listed as a floral, sweet, vanilla, woody, soft, spicy, fresh, fruity, rose, powdery. As we get into the actual notes of the fragrance, the top notes are black currant, pink pepper, and I am a big fan of pink pepper in my fragrances. Middle notes, peony and hawthorn. I love a good floral. Base notes, vanilla, creme brulee, and cedar. So my first impression of the fragrance, which I sprayed it on myself approximately, I want to say about 2.5 hours ago. I get this seductive, dark berry scent. I am honestly shocked that they chose to release this in the month of February, because we are going into spring. Is this a spring scent? Maybe an evening spring and summer scent, but not a daytime fragrance. This is very heady and mature smelling. On the sophisticated side, I was a little bit nervous at first with this because this is usually out of the realm of the type of fragrances I wear, but I like it. I definitely think that it has a place in my collection because it's unique compared to other fragrances that I own, but it's also not unique enough to be different from other perfumes in general. There are other fragrances out there that are similar to this, and it would come down to your personal preference of whether this would suit you or not. I will go ahead and talk about one of the similar fragrances shortly, but I want to go ahead and get into comparing the original Kate Spade fragrance that came out last year. Now, Kate Spade has a multitude of other fragrances, but her self-titled line of Kate Spade, she did have this fragrance come out last year, like I said, right around the same time. I think these end up coming out essentially for Valentine's Day. Like I was saying, this to me would be more of a winter fall fragrance, not so much a spring summer unless you're wearing it in the evening, because it is one of those heavy hitters. It's not a light, delicate fragrance. So comparing this to the original Kate Spade, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the notes for that fragrance. Bear with me one moment. And I do apologize, my phone is slow at loading these. Here we go. So the original Kate Spade in the pink bottle, once again, if you do not buy the large size, it does not have the fancier detailing. This bottle is done in rose gold with the pink accent. If you do buy the larger size, the spades are done in rose gold as well. So the main accords on this fragrance is citrus, fruity, woody, sweet, floral, amber, musky, rose, fresh, spicy, and earthy. The actual scent notes, top notes, wild strawberry, bergamot, citruses, freesia, rose, ambroxan, and cashmere. So I do apologize. Top notes, wild strawberry, bergamot, citruses, middle notes, freesia and rose, base notes, ambroxan, and cashmeran, it says. So this fragrance, personally, when it came out, I loved it, and then it hit me exactly what it smelled like. And unfortunately, I do feel like a lot of these Kate Spade fragrances are duplicating other fragrances that are already out there. To me, the original Kate Spade smells exactly like the Ed Hardy, and I think it's Love Kills Slowly, the one that's in the tall cylindrical pink bottle. It has a heavy strawberry smell. They, side by side, smell identical. So if you are looking for a cheaper version of this Kate Spade, definitely check out that Ed Hardy fragrance, because I personally do not notice a difference. I do enjoy that strawberry note in it. A little bit of a light floral in there. Definitely lends itself to be more sweet than floral. I definitely feel that it is a crowd pleaser for the young generation. The good thing about these two perfumes is that they are night and day from each other. I would suggest this perfume if you have a teenager or a young woman in her 20s or 30s. I could see them wearing that. Whereas this is a grown-up Kate Spade smell. This is something that a woman in her 30s, 40s, even 50s could enjoy. It's a very sophisticated and almost regal smelling. Definitely different from what I usually keep in my collection, with the exception of one fragrance. When I first smelled this, I'm like, that smells like something that I have in my collection, and I could not put my finger on it until I pulled up the scent notes on Fragrantica, and people were comparing it to none other than, let's go ahead and zoom out a little, the Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl fragrance. So this is the red high heel. I will go ahead and I will pull up scent notes on this one as well. I have not had a good run with Carolina Herrera fragrances. The original Carolina Herrera Good Girl and Good Girl Le Gray, or I know I'm butchering that like crazy. Neither of those smelled good on me. They smelled a little bit masculine, a little bit like hairspray on me. And then I got my hands on Very Good Girl. And Very Good Girl was unique for me. And it was something that I could easily wear. I know that Very Good Girl has been compared to Delina Parfums de Marly Delina. I've never smelled that, so I can't tell you if the Kate Spade and this both do smell like that, but I can tell you the main accords of the Very Good Girl is fruity, rose, fresh, vanilla, tropical, soft, spicy, sweet, and sour. The top notes are lychee and red currant. The middle notes are rose. Base notes are vanilla and vetiver. So very similar note-wise. I'm actually going to go ahead and spray the Good Girl right next to the Kate Spade and see if I can smell a difference. So I will say at first I definitely smell a difference. But I have worn the Carolina Very Good Girl, and when it reaches dry down, it's similar to the opening of Kate Spade. I would not say the same, but they are definitely similar. I definitely feel they are in the same family. They are like distant cousins. So if you like Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl, I definitely would say that you would like the new Kate Spade New York Sparkle. So other than that, I think that is everything that I can conclude with this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye everyone.